Ooh, this is one I saw earlier, or I heard about earlier, where he creates the really big elementals off of the Azure Fate Sorceress combo type of deck. It's kind of a mean one. So it's gonna be another one where we'll side in Inquisition. He's choosing. Okay, I was gonna say choosing starting player should be pretty easy decision there. Pretty good opening hand, yeah. This is definitely a keeper. We'll open up with our typical Minion of Yazukan, and we'll have a turn 3 Root Dancer, and maybe a turn 4 Master Moss. Ooh, mulling. Kind of surprising, because that deck's probably got a lot of shards in it, so that's kind of a surprising mull. We'll keep this hand. We do have Extinction, so we can deal with a spell-shielded Azure Fate Sorceress if we have to. If we absolutely have to. Double Minion of Yakuza in this game, wow. So we need the wild here. Kind of unfortunate we're going to end up playing this shard for wild. Because we do need, you know, eventually we'll need to get blood so we can play this Extinction, but given what's in our hands, we'll be able to play the Root Dancer, which can buff our minions or Master Moss or something like that. Unless we draw a wild shard here. Nope. So we're going to play this for wild. Except, might as well go and play this guy in our first main phase. Doesn't really affect too much here. If he burns our guy, that's fine, because he just gets more powerful, so I don't see him burning him. He'll just take the 1 point of damage here, if he's got a burn in hand. Yeah, I would be very surprised if he burned that guy. He'll probably burn my Root Dancers, though. That's probably more likely. Much more likely. I'm surprised we haven't seen, like, nobody's playing, whatever it's called. Okay, so we definitely want to play a Root Dancer here. We'll play that in our second main phase because we have nothing to buff, so. Swing through with the 2 minions. And then the next turn, we can play the other shard and buff one of our minions. Actually, we can play a second Root Dancer and then double buff. We can buff them each for make them both 3/3s. It's gonna counter magic our Root Dancer. Okay, I'm fine with that. There's only 2 in the deck. We happen to have drawn the other one, but I'm fine with him countering that instead of like Master Moss. So we'll probably go to our attack step, swing in, and then sack one of the minions to buff the other minion. Minions just keep doing their jobs. So you can burn in response here if you wanted to. We saw that that works on one of our other games. Plays an Azure Fate Sorceress, sure. So like I said, we can go ahead and Extinction that away. Especially with given the board state, like there's nothing we're really losing here, so not too much of a problem. Swings for 2, sure. Actually, he doesn't have... I can actually target it, so I actually have other things that can deal with it in the deck, but we've got Extinction, so we'll probably play Extinction here. Maybe, maybe not, we'll see. I might just throw out the Wrathwood, just to see if I can get something else. Yeah, we'll throw out Wrathwood here. And we'll see what else we can see if we can get something else with this. You know, at least 2. Get some more value out of Extinction. Sure. Time Ripple's our guy. Next turn we're coming in for 6. That seems pretty relevant. Given that he's got an Azure Fate Sorceress, which he's not going to want to block with. Another Crackling Bolt to the face. He's really racing me here. Alright, he's going to go Rock Elemental. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So he gets a 4/4, deals 4 to my face. Sure. Okay. Swing through and we'll just Extinction here. Actually, we need a Jadiim, so we're going to go wild here. And we'll go and swing through. He can't counter here. Well, he could counter here. He can't hard counter here, so he could counter my Extinction here. I'm not sure if this deck... I don't know. Do I think he has it? I don't, because he's been countering a lot of other stuff. So, I mean, if he does counter it, I've got another Extinction. Okay, he doesn't have it. Yep. I mean, it was kind of a toss-up if I should play Master Moss. The problem is, if he played, like, one more troop, like, the swing through plus the damage would have been too much for me to have to deal with. And these guys can't block at all anyway, so kind of had to Extinction there. Plays an Eldritch Streamer. Okay. So I think I might just Extinction that guy too. Because I don't want him drawing any cards at all here, really. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna just say no to that, and then we've got 2 minions coming next turn to get in there for close to lethal. If I draw a resource, it will be lethal, because I can play the Root Dancer and then buff one of these guys. Mastery of Time, trying to get back on the board a little bit here. I don't think that's going to be good enough, though. Basically, all he did was cantrip it to draw a card. Another Mastery of Time, more cantripping. Playing a resource looks pretty bad for him. Just straight up plays a Reese so he can get some blockers up. Okay. Swing through with these guys. His Reese can only make worker bots, so I'm not too not too worried about it. Just in case he can swing through, I'll go ahead and play. I'll replay this Master Moss. Yeah, I'll play that one instead of the cheaper one. The Vampire King could be good too, but I know he's bouncing stuff, so he could, you know. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter if he's going to bounce this or bounce that. The Vampire King would have been better earlier. Minion's getting out of hand. He has to block both of my guys unless he's got a bounce here. Yeah, no matter what, he has to block both of these guys, so there's no reason to play the Root Dancer Chlorophyllia combo. Or actually, I couldn't play it anyways because I need 7 resources to do that. Okay. Go ahead and play Chlorophyllia. Actually, I probably should have saved it. I'll just play the Vampire King. I should have saved it so I could have played Root Dancer and then played it later. But at this point, I don't know that there's anything he can do. Just like virtual card advantage. Just like I just keep playing stuff, and my stuff's mostly immune to Extinction, so. If I do win this, this will be the first time I've won a first round. Buccaneer's my Vampire King, I guess, or maybe my Master Moss or something. He has to, yeah, he's going to go that direction. Okay, because the Vampire King takes him to 1. He's going to bury Reese, I guess. Okay. So if I draw a shard here, then I still win. Actually, you know what? Never mind. I've got the 2 minions. I still win. Yeah. So he seems to have a ton of direct damage, so Vampire King seems like it might be the best card to be playing in this matchup, where he's just trying to push all this damage early, and like if my life gets too low, that's where he kind of wants to be at. So we're definitely going to probably side in all of our Vampire Kings. I don't know that he has a lot of good answers to Vampire King in this deck, other than bouncing it. That's only so good. Let's see, so Inquisition and Vampire King? Is that right? Is that really what I want? Thing is, I think he's going to regem his stuff to make it less targetable. I'd be very surprised if he did like allow me to target his stuff. I'm gonna get rid of some Inquisitors here. Just 2 Inquisitors. The Rootfather's probably gonna be too slow, and so is Jadiim. Which means I can take my whole curve down again. Which means I can pull a Shards of Fate here. And Necessary Sacrifice is also gonna be too slow, I think. So we're gonna pull that, because he's going card for card with me. So I think that's what we want to side here. And we should have a better curve, and the 4 Vampire Kings should pump us back up to where we need to be when he's trying to deal all that early damage. Okay. Drawing first because he lost the last one. So draw first. Reasonable, not amazing. We'll keep this. Really slow hand, though. He did mull in that first game, so that's another thing that we should keep in mind. He's also running Reese. Reese is just super popular right now. I'm probably like one of the few people in the tournament that owns a playset that's not playing Reese. Good, we got a turn 2 Chlorophyllia, so we'll play this for blood and then go Chlorophyllia on turn 2. And we've actually got everything we need. Sweet. And we've got that Extinction that we need for... Likely, his Azure Fate Sorceress is going to hit the table. So that's a really nice pickup, getting that Wild Shard here for Chlorophyllia on turn 2 to play a turn 3 Master Moss or an Inquisitor if he has a troop in play that we want an Inquisitor. But not too likely that he's got that. Oh, there's his Reese. There's the turn 2 Reese. The dreaded turn 2 Reese. So we'll have to have Extinction for that. Hopefully you won't have counter for it. But I've got so many other things in this deck that it's like makes people want to counter that usually is what gets draws out those counter spells anyways. Like, I'll probably play Wrathwood, and if he has a counter, he'll want to counter it. Because we need to Extinction his Reese. So if he's got counter, he's going to want to counter this Master Moss. I'd rather he counter the Master Moss over the Inquisitor, honestly. Ooh, alright, or I can Chlorophyllia and play Crash a Beast, right? Let's see, Chlorophyllia is really one. Yeah, I can do that. Let's do that. Chlorophyllia and plus Crash a Beast. That's another one. If he has counter, he'll probably counter this Crash a Beast. I mean, again, it's another one. Like, it only makes one beast right now. Okay, well, I guess he didn't have counter. So, that seems reasonably good. Gonna time ripple my guy? Sure. That's just one less guy when I Extinction that I don't have to worry about. Everyone likes time ripple. I'm probably one of the few people that doesn't like time ripple that much. Okay, so could have counter again. So I'm just gonna throw the Rhino back out. I don't want it. I'd rather he not counter this Wrathwood Master Moss. So let's just go ahead and throw the Rhino back out again. See if he counters. No. Okay. Play this for blood. Although if I'm trying to draw out the counters, I should probably play Wrathwood, but he'll come down next turn. So, lots of time for my opponent. Ooh, he's got Hypnoscientist. That's interesting. Interesting that was... I was really thinking that was a Reese there. I'm very, well played there. I mean, I'm happy that it's not Reese. That's a thing, but, yeah. Because now I can just Inquisitor it and not worry about it that much. Of course, he might have counter again, so we'll see. We'll see if he has counter, but I think Inquisitoring this guy is going to be the play here. I can always trade also, so... we don't really need to play this wild shard, so we're just going to hold on to shards for a little while here. Let's go ahead and see if we can Inquisitor his guy, if he's going to counter. Nope, okay. That's fine. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and swing in with our 3 on our Rhino, and then we can trade his guy if we need to. We could also have sacked the Inquisitor and buffed the Rhino, but I know he's got a decent amount of removal. He's got a lot of Ruby removal in his deck. I think Inquisitor, I'm going to need to replay him maybe a couple times, so I will actually play a Blood Shard here. Just going to Azure Fate Sorceress in my end step. Sure, that's fine. Because now he can play his fun rock elemental thingy. Sure. 2 damage from that, and then I have Extinction coming. So what I'll do is I'll sacrifice the Rhino to the Inquisitor, and then Extinction. Yep, let's hope he doesn't go crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not so bad. I can deal with that. 4, 4. I can deal with that. Crackling Bolt's my guy. Okay. Sure. So he can get more damage in. So he can deal 4 damage here. And we've got Extinction next turn. Sure. Take 4 more. Go to 5. And then hopefully he doesn't top deck enough Ruby stuff to just kill me outright here. So let's go ahead and Extinction. Let's see if he's got the counter. See if he's got it. Yeah, he's got it. Alright. Okay. I guess I play this then. And just sit on defense. I hope he doesn't have enough stuff to do something. We do have Inquisitor coming down again to start debuffing more of his guys, but really needed to deal with that Azure Fate Sorceress. So I think we're going to side in some murders after this, because he doesn't seem to want to throw... I guess he's not in wild, so we really can't even throw a gem on this thing where it can give it spell shield. So I'll probably side in murder just to deal with more things that can deal with Azure Fate Sorceress. So he doesn't have his buff up. Taking his time with this turn, trying to close out the game, I would expect. I'm really on the back foot here. I have no attacks to make for, you know, the foreseeable future. Had a key counter magic there. Plays a Buccaneer to Buccaneer one of my Rhinos. So the choice here is, oh, he's gonna, oh, I see. Buccaneers his guy so he can deal tons of damage. Okay. I gotcha. With his Azure Fate. He doesn't even need to attack, this guy. Doesn't even need to attack. Yeah, because that's going to be 4/4, 4 more damage. See, I need blockers. I think I play this, right? Pretty much. And we'll debuff. So I'll debuff that guy. So I'll just sit on the board state and take 4 damage next turn from his rock element. Actually, it'll deal 8 because it's double buffing, because it will already have the thing. So good games. We'll go to game 3. Because he'll hit me for 8 when he plays that thing. So, didn't draw Inquisition. That would have been good here. That would have been a crazy top deck for this situation. Inquisition would have been a crazy top deck. Yep, twice. It's pretty good. That's pretty tech. Alright, so let's go to the reserves here. I'm actually going to side out all of the Inquisitors because they aren't doing it. They aren't doing enough for me in this matchup. But I now know that I can basically, like, I can murder all of his stuff in response. So that seems more relevant. Root Dancer's less relevant, and those Inquisitors are not as relevant. So let's pull those. Alright, so a pretty lean deck now. We're running a lot of spot removal and mass removal and that sort of thing. Got a lot of removal that can deal with the Azure Fate Sorceress as soon as she hits the table, so hopefully I'll get it to go. Oh, yucky hand. That's unfortunate. There, that's reasonable. Pretty slow hand here. We do get to play an early minion, but in a Chlorophyllia, but yeah, not the best. Not what I would like to see in this matchup. Especially when I'm going first. I really need to not mulligan. But we do get a turn 2 Minion of Yakuza. Again, can't really block for us, so maybe not the best in this matchup when he's playing so aggressively. I don't think he has a turn 1 play in the deck. There's a Crash the Beast will eventually get to play. That's good. To play a Chlorophyllia next turn, and then Crash the Beast in the following turn, and a Root Dancer after that, depending on if we draw a resource or not. Boy, is it going to be Reese, or is it going to be that, whatever it's called, guy again? Mesmeric Hypnoscientist. So let's do this. Right? Yeah, that's not the best. So we're going to save this so we can buff our minion next turn. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to save it and wait. want to buff this minion. I want it to start pushing lots of damage through, so... More than just one. Although he may actually bounce here. We'll see. Nope. If he has counter, he'll counter. Nope. Okay. Go ahead and swing in with our minion, and then we can sack it and buff our Root Dancer. See, if he didn't kill our guy now, I mean, I knew he didn't have any type of burn spell to respond to anything that was going to happen that turn, so seems pretty good. Gets lots of 4/4 Root Dancer, and here's a Buccaneer though. Yeah, that just means we're clear to play our Master Moss, and we won't have to worry about a counter magic at least. And we got Minion of Yakuza coming down soon too. Yeah, let's go ahead and just play the Master Moss. And we'll play Root Dancer and then play the Shard next turn. Yeah, sure. He gets 2 damage. Or 5. Actually gets 7 damage here, but I'm okay with that. Given the board state, then I'm going to give him 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage next turn. 10, 11. That seems pretty good to me. Mastery of time. Oh no! No! Wait, oh wait, I can block him this time, okay. I was like, oh, I hope I can block. So I'll block the Hypnoscientist here, probably. Oh, Buccaneer. Well, that definitely fixes that situation for him. So now I kind of hope that I hit Extinction. It'd be nice to see Extinction here, although he may have counter magic for it. Guess I buff my guy and swing, right? Pretty much. I'd be very surprised if I win this. It's not looking good. Because I have to trade my Root Dancer for his Hypnoscientist next turn and take 4. That seems really bad. I don't think I played a single Crash of Beast this game. Yeah, it's only going to make 1 Rhino. Yeah, he just kind of... Yeah, the second Buccaneer is what really did me in for the Master Moss. After the... after he... whatever he called it. Yeah. That's unfortunate. I don't think I can throw up enough blockers to stop him. There's not enough blockers. I need a top deck like Extinction or another Crash of Beast. No, another Crash of Beast won't do it. Yeah, another Chlorophyllia doesn't really do anything here. Yeah, he basically wins. There's nothing I can do. So I can... Yeah, I get close though. No, I don't. Let's see, Chlorophyllia. Chlorophyllia. I can play the Crash. can sacrifice this guy, and this guy becomes an 8/7, and I can swing in, but that's not enough. So... yeah, him not being able to block here really was like the key. And me not drawing any type of life gain didn't help either. So my first loss of the day, round loss that is, but it came really close. I think the big one is I think he just lined up really well for this deck. But I feel like this isn't a horrible matchup for me. I also did mull to 6 in that last game, so yeah, if I had one more health here, I could have done something. Just didn't have it. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that losing that way. A really close game.